Welcome to the Elk Season Podcast, Season 5, Episode 7. Today is April 9th, 2026. We are 143 days away from Elk Season. We are the Chambers Brothers. My name is Harold.
I'm David.
And tonight on the Elk Season Podcast.
National Deer Association talks about drones, wolf torture sentencing, follow-up from what we've talked about before, an angry beaver gets nabbed, snowpack in the West conversation. There's like almost 9,000 acres in northern Idaho that are being closed off to recreational use. I'll talk about that. Idaho is making hunting its state sport.
Official state sport.
And I'm going to argue that the official state sport is really elk hunting.
Archery, elk, is the greatest outdoor sport. But there are many great outdoor sports. Hunting is a great sport.
And within the hunting of Idaho sport, we're just going to claim that the top really is archery elk. Anyway, we also have a three-legged elk making a debut and probably an exit. And an elk with a dead mountain lion.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That and everything else you didn't ask for on the Elk Season Podcast.
Did we have any wolves in the podcast today?
You know what? I just put one in there.
Okay. Wolves in the podcast. I guarantee it. Because I'm not just going out for spring bear.
Oh, yeah. You're going out for wolves. So there we go.
I'll be going out for wolves as well.
Spring bear.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking about going, I talk about it every single year, right?
Yeah. And I worked for a company that did siding and stuff, and people would come to our warehouse and get stuff. And one of the guys that would come get stuff always had dogs in the back of his truck because he was a bear hunter. And I really liked talking to that guy. I didn't have enough time to talk to him because there was always business for siding and materials.
Right.
But I was always intrigued by the dog kennels that he always had and the little barks that they would have. And every now and then I'd give him to share a story. I don't remember any of his stories, but he was a bear hunter.
Yeah. I know a guy who runs dogs on cats and bears, and he actually trains the dogs. And I've been in fitness competitions with him. So he's been on my fitness team, and he's a great big dude, and he's super, super nice. And he's like, dude, those dogs will kill themselves in pursuit.
They do not so much
stop.
Adrenaline. Yeah,
they do not stop. Anyways, he's a great, great animal trainer. He can look at a dog and read its body language and tell you exactly what it's saying.
Huh.
It's barking, it sounds mean, but it's scared, right? You can look at his ears, look at his posture. Anyways, really, really smart guy.
When you get to know your animals, yeah.
Right, you have to. You have to know that. And so I think he sells dogs. He trains dogs to sell them.
Are you still thinking about getting pack goats?
Yep.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah, I think about it every day. Every day I think about it. And I'll tell you why I've been thinking about it this week. Or this past couple weeks.
Or today.
No.
You said every day. Anyway.
Oh, I do think about it, but I think about it even more. I went through my stock footage.
Yeah.
Right? You can take your stock footage, it's B-roll, you can sell it. You go to Pond 5, you can upload it there, and Shutterstock will sell it. And really, it's hard because I have some really spectacular shots.
Yeah, you do.
Of the outdoors. Really, really, they're so amazing. And they're so common. Everybody has a nice phone when they go out hiking. And they see great scenery. And they can upload that footage too.
Yep.
So I'm like, well, I don't really have much footage. But when I was out with Jared, I found that stump with all the antlers on it. And I remember when I was Googling, this is back when I did Pond 5 when before AI. So I just had to Google, and it's like, what sells good on Pond 5 is like hard to find stuff, like macabre stuff. And so when I saw that stump, I go, oh yeah, maybe some storyteller wants to tell a story about creepy Idaho backwoods, right? And it totally gives off that vibe.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. But because I've had other conversations with AI, I talked to AI, and the biggest problem with Pond 5 for me, I don't know if I told you this, was keywording. Getting a description, a title, and keywords. And I was like, you need like 35, 40 keywords per. And so now I can just ask AI, hey, give me 40 keywords. Give me keywords.
Yeah.
With the most important ones to maximize profit on Pond 5. So I went through and I sort of curated all these clips, and I have drone clips of Shoshone Falls.
Yeah.
2017. Snowpocalypse level, amazing stuff. So Shoshone Falls would be pretty good. But then we're having the chat with Gemini. It says, the FPV drone clips are clips nobody else can get. You have to be skilled, and you have to be. So I have a bunch of clips of the Yankee Fork dredge.
Oh, nice. That's right. Yeah.
Those are incredible shots.
Yeah.
We got there almost at the golden hour.
Yeah.
At the end of June. I mean, it's just a beautiful day. And all those shots are so amazing.
I forgot about that.
And I got up close around. I made my own little video, right? Because it's, you know. But, I mean, other people like to tell that story of the Yankee Fork dredge and of gold mining in the Old West. And I thought, oh, these would be great clips. So then I had my clips. I hiked my drone to the highest altitude lake in Idaho.
Yeah.
10,500 and some feet or whatever, Goat Lake.
You are the goat.
And I have a bunch of great clips. I climbed a waterfall in 10 seconds. I mean, feet from the face of the waterfall. It's so cool. I did it a couple times. I would turn around and I would dive down the waterfall. And when you turn around at the top of that waterfall, you can look out across Broad Canyon. Mm-hmm. And you're like, you can almost see Mount Bora.
Oh, wow.
It's insane. And so you go, here's a little creek and then big view, and then you dive back down. So I had a bunch of really cool clips. Anyways, that's what brings me to packing goats, because the batteries are heavy, drones are heavy, and I would love to get more backcountry shots, more of those really, really hard to get, but cool drone shots. Maybe it'll pay for itself someday.
Hopefully.
I don't know. Those clips have been sitting in hard drives for years.
Yeah, well, might as well put them out there and see.
Right,
you know?
right.
Like,
Whatever.
ain't doing anything on a hard drive.
If nothing else, they're fun for me to watch.
Yeah,
I enjoy every one of them.
Speaking of drones,
if
we can segue, if you're ready.
Please.
The National Deer Association had some things to say about the.
And I'm a big drone guy. I'm a big drone guy. I fly FPV. I've owned, I don't know, probably 10 drones.
Yeah.
And some of them are even, DJI. But I see their capabilities, and I see how those capabilities could apply to take game. And it's legal. I mean, it's not now. I think.
When you say to take game.
Yeah. So before, I talked a lot about if I had a drone with a thermal camera, I could fly it at night. As long as I don't fly in the same calendar day, I can relay that information to you. To me, that's scouting.
Yeah.
It's splitting hairs on scouting.
Yes.
And there should be a 24-hour time limit. I 100% agree and feel and believe that 24 hours, you need 24 hours from camera shot to rifle shot. Right? Yeah. You cannot get those any closer. But right now, 7 hours.
Yeah.
Right? It's a big difference. So I would really like to see 24 hours for those drones, just because of fair chase. Mm-hmm. What this guy said, the National Deer Association put out a statement about, listen, drones can be really, really helpful in scouting for big game. Right? I want to know, can I send a scout up to where we hunt, a scouting drone up to where we hunt to find out, there's actually 2 or 3 different active bears here. And there's 20 different elk, or there's 2 different herds or 3 different herds. To have that kind of scouting report is helpful, right? It does aid me in hunting, but it's just scouting. It really is just scouting. If there's that 24 hours. But to see and understand the capabilities of some of these drones, a drone right now, I could send up previous drones, and we've tried, right? Scare the game away. It's like a giant mosquito.
Yeah.
Right? Everything looks at that and goes, oh my God, run. It freaks them out. Well, you can get bigger drones now that are stronger, can be farther away, can image close, and can thermal.
Right.
I mean, I've seen that guy, drone deer recovery.
Yeah, it was
drone deer recovery. Drone deer recovery.
Right?
Yeah. Drone deer recovery. look across a field and see a thermal spot and go, oh, let's zoom in on the camera. That could be a deer. Oh no, that's a raccoon in a tree. I can see his face.
Yeah.
He's not looking at me, but that's a raccoon in a tree. To have that level of detail and to understand how you could apply that out west, that is dangerous. That is dangerous to big game numbers. So I'm glad that Idaho has taken a very proactive stance and jumping out in front of technology.
And I honestly, and I had mentioned this prior to the podcast, I see an opportunity for some commerce with that.
Yeah.
For people, to do the ethical retrieval of a legally harvested animal.
Yeah.
To allow people like outfitters or specialized, like to allow people to do it under the circumstances that are ethical. But not opening the floodgates to just let anybody, because that's when I think it makes it harder to manage, harder to control. But I think I feel like there's wiggle room.
There's a way. And I think the way right now is mass restrictions.
Yes.
Just, let's stop and say, okay, what we've got to do?
We've got to take a 10,000-foot view and then decide from
what is ethical. Because there's a lot of guys that'll arrow and not find it. Sometimes they notch their tag, sometimes they don't. But if you could have help of a drone, a lot of those guys would go, yeah, I'll pay whatever, because I want to be able to find that animal.
Yeah.
And we've seen them on Elk 101.
Yeah.
Hit and not recover the elk and notch their tag.
Yeah. That and solo hunter and
very respectful move, but very discouraging.
Yeah.
Right. And if I could use a drone to recover that animal, the ecosystem and me would be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's doing things fairly, and maybe not doing things unfairly, like this wolf torture sentencing that has happened.
You think that was unfair?
No. I just was saying it was in contrast. So we're talking about trying to get things fair with the drones, and it was a haphazard, awkward segue to getting to the wolf. So there was a wolf story.
He ran down a wolf on a snowmobile, realized it was injured, taped its mouth, dragged it back to a bar, took some selfies. Right?
Hey, look at me.
It's bad, and he knows he did bad. He's had his hunting privileges revoked. He's 18 months of.
I don't mean to judge a book by its cover, but this guy kind of looks smug in this shot.
Is it the one with the wolf?
No, it's the one with the police officers.
Oh. Let's see. Where is he? It was Cody Roberts, right?
Yeah.
Where did all my...
But again, it's a still frame of a moment without context, so I have to keep that in mind. Same thing as the next story.
All my pictures went away. Anyway.
Yeah, he looks a little smug. But again, judging a book by its cover. And I think the next thing that we have to talk about, speaking of police officers, is this beaver that's in the back of a patrol unit, it looks like, and it looks smug.
Yeah.
It's an angry beaver.
It was an angry beaver.
Yeah, he's like angry about something.
And it's from New Jersey. Okay, that's why it's angry. Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
A New Jersey beaver. What's funny is that nobody trapped it or shot it. They captured it, and they put it in the back of a police car. So anyway, it's good times, man. That's funny.
Hey, I'm throwing this one in the middle of things because I somehow skipped over it.
Oh.
For the first time in 50 years, you can now eat fish caught in the Hudson River. Speaking of Jersey.
Right.
So no word if Kramer should still swim there.
Yeah. You can. Yeah, I think I didn't know.
What's that smell?
I didn't know you couldn't eat fish from the Hudson River. And I wouldn't know why you couldn't. I don't know why. I don't want to know why you couldn't.
All the industry over the years has made it such a...
I know. When you think about it, the Old West isn't really old.
Yeah.
It's pretty fresh. The East is much, much older.
Yeah.
And industry really sprang up and started there. That's where the big population centers are. And that's where the industry was. And those people polluted the rivers, whether knowingly or willingly or haphazardly or accidentally.
Yeah.
They did. And that ecological destruction lasts a long time.
Yeah. And there's a lot of stories about them trying to clean up the Mississippi in different places too, because they've made progress here and there, but it's once the damage is done, it's a lot of work to undo it. But speaking of rivers that run, where does the water come from?
Outer space? Snow?
Snow.
The water cycle?
It's again.
Wait, I know the answer.
Today has been brought to you by haphazard, awkward segues from me. You're welcome, because I'm just trying to get you to say snowpack.
Snowpack.
I feel like it's that thing in.
As soon as I realized you were trying to get me to say that, I thought I better say anything but that. Just
It's like I feel like we're on the
snowpack is a sad story.
We're doing the Possum Lodge word game. The word today is
keep looking up.
Snowpack. Snowpack in Idaho.
You have 1 minute
and the West
to get him to say this word, snowpack.
So anyway, Harold, so when you're out in the mountains, right, you have a
That's
and
a good impression, man. That's so good.
what you have to do is you have snow that accumulates, right? And it is called a
beer cooler. Right, that's how the red green should do it.
No, okay. So maybe the rivers are running in the
place to
spring
pee?
because the blank is melting.
peeing. A place to
Yeah.
So
Make a
we can
snowman.
do this. You're welcome.
Snowman, is that the word?
Right. Anyway,
Okay. So Harold,
That was fun.
So
Okay.
Anyway, so that's snowpack out west.
no, Harold.
Dear experts. That's you.
See, we could go on tour with
Yeah.
this. almost.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If only.
We're going to steal Canada's idea. All right. It's getting me, man.
Okay.
Anyway, so anyway,
So the snowpack in the West is horrible this year.
Bad. It's not as funny as we're making it out to be. It's so bad they had to start the irrigation early.
Yeah. Yeah, we have our irrigation starting by no later here than
Yeah.
April 1st or May 1st.
Yeah.
And I don't remember when it started last year, but it's likely going to be shut off well before mid-October, which is
Yeah, and they'll shut down in
Traditional.
segments as they go. And but the big story is, how's the snowpack in the mountains?
yeah.
How does the green wave rise up the mountains? Will the entire mountain turn green in the same week
Yeah.
this year? I mean, that could be what
Yeah.
we have. And part of why I want to go after spring bear is to see it firsthand, to really get up there and look at it in April or early May, and see what it looks like. But it's definitely going to be part of the story this elk season.
Yeah.
Is the water in Idaho.
Unless we get more moisture during the summer, but they're predicting El Nino, which traditionally for here is drier.
Yeah.
Drier and warmer.
It's going to rain this weekend.
Yeah.
And
Let's hope.
yeah, maybe hopefully bigger storms roll through the mountains.
Yeah.
But
So, speaking of the mountains and places to go in the mountains, and all the concern we have over privatization and selling of,
Yeah.
this isn't that story necessarily, but we know that here in Idaho we have access yes programs, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
those are great things to have, but there's a large tract of private landowners that in northern Idaho have nearly 8,600 acres that they have allowed access yes for.
right.
And they are now closing it off.
Right.
Can you guess why?
I read why. I knew that. I actually saw the story. I was looking for it. I'm glad you have it. But yeah, it's abuse.
It's stuff that we see on the public lands that we gripe and groan about all the time.
Right.
You've seen me pitch a fit and stomp the brakes and get out and clean up because people are just ignorant to the resource that we have.
Yeah.
Pack it out, pack in what you pack out, or you know what I'm trying to say. Pack out
Yeah.
what you pack in.
No trace. Leave no trace.
I mean, there are incidental things that might fall out of your pack that is clearly different, in my opinion, because we run into them, than the stuff that you find intentionally left. Whether it's at a campsite, a trailhead, or on the trail or off the trail, we have found all manner of things. But the things that are left intentionally have an air about them. And we can talk about things that were left, from 60 years ago that
Yeah.
you find. Because they're just like,
We see 'em.
they're crushed up and
We see 'em.
I've packed it out.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sad, but I also get it why they're closing it off. And hopefully hopefully one day we can get better access and get people to wise up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I know it's very discouraging anytime you see somebody leave a mess. And it's discouraging. I lost a Gatorade bottle last year.
Yeah.
I still feel guilty about it. I know it's gotta be there. Anyway, I don't know what happened to my Gatorade bottle, and it's killing me. But I know it happens sometimes. And so sometimes when I pick up trash, hey, I'm not mad at anybody.
Right.
Right. Sometimes it just blows away or you miss it and it falls. But sometimes it's intentional littering.
Yeah. Like when I found that bottle, the label had been pulled off and stuffed in the bottle and was left leaning up against the rock.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a difference.
If it fell out of your pack, it would look a little different. But
yeah.
I have lost stuff too. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, that one time up at the plateau.
That's right.
When I found that empty bottle shoved in an old stump.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Jeez. Yeah.
It's an empty plastic liquor bottle.
Yeah.
Just shoved in the stump.
Yeah.
Pack it out, you fools.
Come on.
Anyway.
Come on.
We got to be nicer to the stuff we have. This is why we can't have nice
It is.
hunting.
It is.
What are your thoughts on hunting becoming Idaho's, I almost said national sport, Idaho's state sport?
Yeah, absolutely. Official state sport of Idaho is hunting.
I think it's awesome.
That's the bomb. Yeah, that's great.
Especially because it supports the initiatives that we have here with the podcast.
Yeah.
Because it's our sport, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is conservation. Hunting is conservation, and hunting is management. And you just can't separate all of those things.
So, let's talk about elk then to finish off. Just a couple of elk stories here.
Elk on the Elk Season Podcast.
So there is a video that was captured, and I should have sent you a link to the article, but anyway, there's an elk that comes trekking across this trail cam near Missoula, Montana.
Okay.
So it's on some private land near Missoula. What was it say here? It doesn't say. I read the article, but it said something about being on a private ranch or something like that. But it's when we say private ranch, it's not like the elk are the ranch. It's just elk on this private land. So he walks through and it's missing its front left leg.
Hoof. Like almost just its hoof, right?
Yeah, but it's
like somebody slammed it in the door.
Yeah.
Right? It's not very much of its leg is missing.
No, it's kind of hobbling through. And it's just remarkable to look at.
And it's a bull.
It's a bull. It's a big. It's not a. It's like a nice 5-point. Kind of thing. But when did this happen?
How did this happen?
How did it happen? That's the question nobody can answer. But they've reached out to biologists and they've had some conversations. And the two main theories they have right now is it's plausible that maybe this bull was running through some rock shale. And when it went through a particular place, it just snapped off.
That's what happened to my trekking pole.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yes.
Stupid trekking poles.
Or they doubt that it was caused by a trap.
Oh, a trap?
They don't think it was caused by a trap. If it was caused by a trap, it would have been of a snare style that would have slowly pinched it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they don't believe that the animal had this for very long. And it's very plausible that this animal is already gone because it's not a survivable kind of injury.
Yeah, you're in wolf country.
Yeah.
One of the most densely populated wolf areas in the lower 48. And so they're going to get you.
It's pretty remarkable. You feel bad, but it's also another one of those tales of like nature is just cruel.
Yeah.
You know? And that kind of brings us to the next thing.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't show very well in the image, but
oh, dude. Oh, that's right.
First and foremost, and I told you this. Yeah. This looks like the raghorn that you didn't see that I should have killed when we were hollering at that big guy.
That's a nice looking raghorn too,
man.
I'd be proud to have that one.
I would have too. My stupid, idiotic second guessing. When I get into position. And anyway, but this particular raghorn that you're looking at.
It's so hard because you go, I bet if I'm right there, I bet everything's going to work out just right. And you get there and you're like, yeah, but just a little bit on my left. If I could just
That's exactly what I did.
Second guess constantly. I know, it's hard.
And I've got my challenge this year is to not second guess. If I pick a spot, sit down, shut up.
Yeah.
And I've told you many stories on the podcast of when I did not do exactly that. But this elk is actually amongst the herd. They're herded up for winter, but it appears to have a dead animal on its horns antlers.
Thank you, Horn Hunter.
I slipped out. Okay. It's like a typo. Okay. Leave me alone.
That's all right.
It appears to be a mountain lion. And there's actually a video of this one too, but it looks like it's a mountain lion, like literally dangling like it's a scarf over its head. If you're trying to protect yourself and you've got, so even if it's a full, like a mature bull with all the tines that it needs, that's dangerous enough. But I almost feel like this raghorn, a spike in this kind of raghorn particularly, are even more dangerous because it's just impale central.
Because you don't have 6 points of impact, you got 1 or 2.
Yeah,
and so there's not an area. There's just piercing.
It's laying on a nail versus laying on a bed of nails.
Right. Exactly.
It's just
exactly.
And it actually looks like it was his front tines that got it.
If that's what happened. We don't know.
Come on now, just go there.
I
have the picture right here,
stomped,
man.
I know they could have stomped and kicked it, and then as a way of trying to fling it away or get it away, he could have got it stuck on his antlers that way.
That's true.
After it was dead, so we don't know how it got there. It's nice to think that it was a bloody battle, and the elk won. But I don't know.
Lord knows there's enough feral cats out there.
But have you ever seen llamas being attacked by a mountain lion?
No.
It's crazy. You're like, oh my gosh, llamas aren't that big, and mountain lions are big cats. They're strong as hell.
I know.
And you're like, oh, this poor llama doesn't have a chance. And the mountain lion runs up, both claws and its mouth on its neck, just like below its head. And the llama starts flinging its head around like a pendulum, like a whip, and starts slamming that mountain lion on the ground. Like it's gonna break his hips, and then it falls off. It loses its grip, and it tries to run away, and it does it again. And the llama, it's just wham, wham.
I can see this in my head.
Right? It's like that's how they've grown and evolved to deal with the threat that is mountain lion.
In fact, llamas are often used with sheep herds, to protect them from predators.
That's what fainting goats are.
Yeah, you told me that.
We talked about that. Yeah. Okay. Fainting goats were so that if a herd of sheep get attacked, the fainting goat gets eaten and not the precious sheep. That's the purpose for their artificial selection, I would say.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah, it's a fun story.
All right, have a good meal.
That's what we have for this week.
Yeah? All right. Well, are you on for next week? I don't know what we'll find.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it was a crazy
beginning to the year.
What month are we in? It was a crazy March.
It's April. Yeah.
It's April now. So, the Idaho Reg Book's out today.
Oh, I was getting that spidey sense last weekend when I was out somewhere and I saw reg books and I was like, hold on, I got to go look. And I was like,
it's not out in retailers yet.
Right.
It's out digitally.
But I was feeling my spidey senses go up.
But always pick yourself up a copy. I said this on my radio show today. Pick yourself up a paper copy for when mom says, hey, we're taking family time, no screens. Exactly. No problem. I got a reg book right here. And really, because man, you could occupy yourself for an hour. How long is it no screens? It might take some more time,
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, until next time, goodbye.
In the morning light, before dawn, bow grip tight, heart beating strong. Through the forest, ancient giants roam. In the land where the wild calls me home. Through the whispering pines and the autumn breeze, driven by the chase, crisp air I breathe. With every step I take, earth beneath my feet. In nature's beauty where the hunter and elk meet. The mountains rise, kissed by the sun. In September, where I belong, bugles echo loudly through the whispering pines and the autumn breeze. Driven by the chase, crisp air I breathe. With every step I take, earth beneath my feet. In nature's beauty where the hunter and elk meet. Silent as the morning mist, I travel on with careful grace. Every shadow, every sound surrounds me in this wild embrace. The challenge and the thrill, the patience and the skill, in the dance of life and nature, my heart's forever filled. As the sun sets, shadows long and deep, I find my place with the memories I keep. The chase and the beauty of a day gone by. Deep in the mountains, my spirit cries. Through the whispering pines and the autumn breeze. Driven by the chase, crisp air I breathe. With every step I take, earth beneath my feet. In nature's beauty, out where the hunter and elk meet. Here's to the wild places where the elk and I both roam. The chase that brings us